Olá, hoje recebemos no canal de Splash Ed Boon, co-criador da série de games Mortal Kombat e diretor do novo Mortal Kombat 1. Hi Ed, how are you? Thanks for talking to us.
Very well. Thanks for having me.
So, first I want to know what has changed in the game over the last 30 years.
Um, Pretty much everything. I think we have the same characters. I think a big part of Mortal Kombat is the characters. Everybody's kind of has their favorites: Scorpion, Sub Zero, Raiden. So we've kept those. But when you think about it, the team back 30 years ago was four people, and it took 8 months for people to make the game. Now it's literally hundreds of people working on the game, and this game has been 4 years in the making. So it gives you an idea of the scale of the difference working on the games. I would guess this game is 100 times bigger, at least, maybe more than the previous ones. So it's with the technology comes a lot more effort goes into the game.
And can you tell us a little bit about the story behind Mortal Kombat 1?
Yes, Mortal Kombat 1 is really a complete reboot. That's why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1. It's a new beginning, it's a new origin. We literally start at the Big Bang that Liu Kang created. He is now pretty much like the supreme being, and he is the creator of this universe. So we're taking existing characters that everybody's loves, but telling a new story with them. So you see new origins, new relationships, new conflicts with the characters, and that's and as well as the fighting mechanic and the new features. There's so many new things that we really felt compelled to call it Mortal Kombat 1 to show players that this is something brand new.
And you're talking about the new things. So what's new in the narrative and why did you decide to reset it to make a reboot?
The main reason we decided to reset it is because if I don't know how many people are counting, but we had 11 previous Mortal Kombat games. Each one was kind of telling the story of a new, more powerful villain. And we felt like we reached the top in terms of we can't make anybody more powerful. So that was a big part of why we decided to reset everything, get a little bit more basic, and players who don't know Mortal Kombat, this is the perfect time to come in because you don't need 11 versions and 30 years of history of knowledge to understand what's going on.
So it's a game perfect for the ones who want to get to know Mortal Kombat and for the old fans of the game.
I think so. There is we introduce everything again to so new players will be able to get on board quick. And the fans that have been with us over the years, it's going to be fun for them to see the characters told in a different story with different relationships. And so they'll see how things have changed. I think it will serve a great experience for both old and new players.
So there will be elements from the first games in this new one, like besides the characters, we'll have like similar stories and stuff like that, or we'll
Yes,
have many different things too.
there will definitely be new things for sure, but there will be references to the first few games as well, as far as characters and parts of the story. You'll see parallels. It's actually, if you know Mortal Kombat, you're going to have a lot of fun because you're going to be recognizing a number of references that the fans will certainly appreciate.
And is there something special in the narrative in this new game that you decided to put to honor the first ones?
Yes, story elements, the characters, and just similarities with the circumstances. You're going to see Shang Tsung once again, but he's in a different situation, and players know that there's a conflict, an everlasting conflict between Liu Kang and Shang Tsung. So that's a big part of it too. But then, and then we see, our cameo fighters. A lot of them are inspired by the older arcade Mortal Kombat games, and so you'll see costumes that are kind of the classic looks of these characters.
And now talking about gameplay, how has this improved over the last years and in this new game?
The new gameplay feature is called Cameo Fighters, and then these are additional fighters that players can choose to come assist them in a fight. And so it's a different roster of characters. Players pick from two different rosters: their main fighters and then their cameo fighters. And it's the pairing of these two that makes the gameplay that much more interesting, because it's not just a matter of me picking a character to defeat your character. It's me picking two to defeat your two, and you can mix and match them. So I think it's going to be made for a lot deeper and more sophisticated gameplay.
And you have different play modes now, right? So what are the differences between them?
The new game mode that we have in Mortal Kombat 1 is called Invasions, and if you can imagine a gigantic board game that's city blocks long, and the player is kind of progressing through, taking challenges, getting tons of rewards. You wouldn't believe how many rewards are in this game. And different, like, we have a light RPG element too, so players can level up their characters as they're fighting other more powerful opponents as well. And that Invasions is another part of our kind of commitment to a single player experience. Some people are very intimidated to go online and play against people because they're so good, that you can have a really great story mode, and Invasions are really strong single player experiences.
Well, that's it, Ed. Thank you for your time, and I'm excited to play the new game.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Wow.